The first human's major success was the development of cultural technologies that allowed them to become increasingly successful at acquiring food and surviving predators, and the creation of weapons and tools. The struggle was the Ice Age, what forced them to migrate. And Homo sapiens, the name means wise man. They appeared in Africa about 200,000 years ago. They migrated around the world. The same species as the modern human beings, they learned to create fire and use a variety of tools. And they developed the language too. The ancient Egyptians, they invented the calendar and developed the papyrus and the pyramids of Giza, including the Great Sphinx. Yeah, the great struggle was when Alexander the Great came and conquered their lands. And the ancient Egyptian contribution and the ancient Egyptian contribution for knowledge was in the areas of math, medicine, and astronomy.
The Mongols successfully reopened cross-continental trade between Europe and Asia by way of the Silk Road and had a remarkable tolerance for religious diversity within their empire. Their struggles included accidentally unleashing the Black Plague on Europe and difficulties with outside relations, mostly due to their unresolved backstabbing tendencies. Overall, the Mongol Empire left a legacy of ruthless destruction and fear, but also remarkable commitment to taking over as much of their side of the world as possible and being revolutionarily open-minded about it. Success! The Indian Ocean Trade Network managed to connect South and Southeast Asia with East Africa, fuel an economic boom, and even sparked the development of Swahili culture. However, the IOTN struggled to avoid having their neighborhood bully, aka Portugal, steal their lunch money along with some priceless ivory. The Indian Ocean Trade Network left a legacy in the many cities it influenced on Africa's east coast and the culture it induced to bridge the gap between Africa and Arabia.
Next is ancient India. One of their struggles was that they had a lot of just general inequality issues. Their treatment of women was really not the greatest, along with their caste system, which made life unnecessarily difficult for people of the lower castes. But as a success, India has come a really long way in getting rid of the caste system. And India's legacy is that they introduced Hinduism and Buddhism. All right, next we're going to be talking about ancient China. China really had issues with their dynastic cycle, which resulted in their overall government being really unstable. But they managed to keep a written language that everyone in the country knew, which really unified the nation. China's legacy is that they are one of the longest running empires in history.
The Arab armies were strong to spread their religion, and they were very tolerant of conquered people. There are many misperceptions about the faith and stereotypes. Many people think Islam is oppressive towards women, and the term is often associated with violence and terrorism. Some of these feelings are perpetuated by the media. Islam contributed a lot to the evolution of the world in culture, language, architecture, and science. Islam remains a huge religion. Between 1.5 and 1.8 billion people are Muslims. The successes of the Americas. They developed massive empires, including the Maya, Inca, Aztec, Toltecs, and Moche civilizations. The civilizations were advanced and thriving, often controlling large areas of land, making roads, new architecture, including Machu Picchu, new farming practices, artwork, and the modern calendar was created by the Mayan civilization. May. Struggles of the Americas. Invasion from European settlers created smallpox, which caused the extermination of most of the civilizations in the Americas. The colonization of the Americas led to new cultures, states, and combining of American and European cultures for a long-lasting legacy. They are riding horses across the ocean.
Okay, here we go. Ancient Greece. Ancient Greece was surrounded by water, which helped in economic activity to be trade. Like many civilizations, Greece had a social class: kings, artisans, etc. A success of Greece was democracy. They discussed ideas and laws, which made the public more open to decisions. They were known for being a strong army and having the first to use iron. Their kings were very greedy and would often tax very high, so tyrants would overthrow kings and give land to the poor. Philosophers was a major legacy for Greece. They were important because they introduced art and science. This philosopher, Hastings, predicted a solar eclipse, shown by this lovely picture right here. Cool sun, cool sun. Now on to the Roman Republic. Yes, it is a toga. Another struggle was for the Romans, tyrants who overthrow kings. The successful tyrants would help the people who had just about nothing. A legacy for the Romans was they had one of the first written laws. This helped stop officials from making up things to make them have more money and more power. A struggle for the Romans where they had a lot of crazy kings up in the palace. And one king, for example, he made his horse on the council. A success for Rome was they ended up having an era of Roman peace.